Welcome back to Rolling with the Punches. I'm your host, Natalie Loretta. I missed you guys, it's been a minute, but I'm here now and I'm in Los Angeles, California. The topic of today's podcast is going to be the future of the UFC. So many new fighters have entered the chat. Rosbelis de Cuba, he was a Taekwondo Olympic champion from Cuba, and now he's in the UFC making his debut, and he did. He had an outstanding performance. He knocked him out in 18 seconds. ¿Tú sabes lo que es 18 segundos? That card was crazy too. Michael Venom Page, he made his debut from Bellator to UFC, and he killed it. He was worrying me though a little bit because he had his hands down and he reminded me of my style, Taekwondo. Very fun to watch, cool kicks, but he also dominated Kevin Holland, so that was a pretty interesting fight. And that night I had almost all my picks right except for Peter Yan. I'm so happy Peter won that night, and as well as Dustin Poirier. I'm really happy that he beat Benoit St. Denis. I was a little concerned because Dustin said if he didn't win this fight that it would be his last one because a piece of him is left on the mat every time he gets into the cage, and that he knows that. But after the fight, Benoit St. Denis said that he wasn't fully feeling himself, that he was a little bit sick. But I'm just not sure why he wouldn't mention that before the fight happened, right? So, who else? Macy Barber. She beat number 4, Caitlin. Her name is also known as the future, and I do think she's going to be the future of the women's MMA in general. I think she's going to be that woman that isn't afraid to challenge anyone in any weight class. And I am going to predict and say here on Rolling with the Punches that she will be a double champ just like Amanda one day. I'm also going to say I'm Rolling with the Punches, and you can attest. I said it first. Rosbelis de Cuba, he is also going to be the heavyweight champion soon. I know it. Those are my 2 predictions. Oh, I didn't even mention Chito Vera. How did Chito stay up after that flying knee? I'm really proud of Chito, and he even flew out some reporters so that they can be able to cover his match. So that was so sweet of him. And I just wish him the best and to just get up, keep rolling with the punches, and keep trying to be the champ, the bantamweight champ. Sean is really strong too. I just want him to fight Merab next, and obviously I would like to see a fight between Sean and Ilya, pero finish our division first, you know? But overall, my fight of the night, I'm gonna give it to Macy Barber because she proves that she wins in every round, and I think it's a lesson that we could give to fighters, or if you're listening in any sport you could apply this to. Don't leave it to the judges. Make it clear that you won every round, just like Macy. I think that she really is going to be the future, okay? Speaking of the future, I have the honor of speaking to the one, the only, Audrey Jimenez on Rolling with the Punches. Audrey is the first female to ever win a high school wrestling state title in Arizona, competing against the boys. The 18-year-old from Sunnyside High School in Tucson won the Division I title in the 106-pound weight class on February 18th. And today, she's here on Rolling with the Punches. You're going to get to know her, and I get to talk to her, and you're going to see how lovely Audrey is, how humble she is, and how excited I am for her future in martial arts. And let's go talk to Audrey. I have a very amazing guest with me. I have the honor to have Audrey Jimenez. Welcome to Rolling with the Punches, Audrey. Thank you for being here with me.
Hi, thank you.
So if you don't know who Audrey is, let me put you on right now because she is the future of fighting. I don't know what her future is, but I'm here to talk to her today to find out what her plan is and how amazing she is and how she got here. So Audrey, like, why wrestling? Why did you pick wrestling?
Yeah, I played softball for a really long time when I was younger. And then I tried out jujitsu, and I think I just fell in love with like the combat sport, the intensity, And I mean, the individual aspect as well. I love how, your results depend on how hard you work and, you don't really have to depend on anybody else, and, their decisions and their habits or anything. So I really fell in love with, the individual sport of jujitsu. And then my Theo, he also introduced me to wrestling. And I feel like at a younger age with wrestling, there's more opportunities than there is for jujitsu. So, I just focused on wrestling from there. And I mean, I've been in love with the sport, so, I just keep wrestling.
Awesome. And so you've been wrestling and you have experience of other sports. How come you feel that wrestling is your love? Is it the individual factor? You like the aggressiveness of it? What is it about wrestling you love so much?
Yeah, I think it's, the aggressiveness, the intensity of, the workouts, the individual aspect, like I said, and then also just like the character it helps you build. There's so much like lessons to learn on the mat that, translate into, just your regular life. So I don't know, something about it really draws me to it. And I mean, I love doing it. So,
So you bring your lessons from inside the mat to outside in life. I love that.
yes.
So you made history as the first girl to win the Arizona state title in the girls and boys division. Has it hit you yet how crazy and amazing it is what you did and how you made history at such a young age?
Yeah, I don't think it hit me at first, and now it's going around from news to news. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty crazy. I do have big expectations for myself. So it's not my biggest goal, but I'm super proud either way.
Yeah, and I know that other girls have attempted and appealed to be part of the boys division, but no girl has made it that far. So, were you aware of those other women as well? Like you saw them around the holding area. Like, did you know about these other girls that would try as well in the boys division?
Yeah, of course. I mean, just a few years ago, I think before I was even in high school, there was a girl from Phoenix, just a couple hours away, and this was before women's wrestling was even sanctioned in Arizona. So, I saw her, and she was super tough. As a little girl, I was looking up to her. But um, yeah, I mean, thankfully, Arizona has sanctioned girls wrestling, so we don't like girls get to have accomplishments and not have to be wrestling against boys, but we also have that opportunity that if we wanted to, we can make that appeal and see if AIA would clear it.
I love that. And like, what do you say to all the haters? Because it's all the haters that say it's not fair you took a boy's spot. Because I love it. Like you went in there, and not only did you dominate all the women, you dominated the men, which just proves that you're an Olympic leveled athlete. And if you can beat the boys, you can beat any girl in the world. So what do you say to all the haters?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't even like realize how much haters I had until all of this was posted. But I mean, if we have the opportunity to reach higher, why limit us? So that's my biggest thing. I know there's a lot of controversial talks about, but what if a boy was able to wrestle in the girls division? I don't really think it's about that. I'm just saying like if you're if you're able to wrestle, like I was able to wrestle the boys, or if you're able to do something greater, why let something restrict you?
I agree, Audrey. I'm on your team, Audrey. So like you're such a hard worker and I know your daily schedule must be tough. And I was on that Olympic journey myself, but in Taekwondo. And my older sister, she was an Olympic Taekwondo as well. And she went to professional MMA after, and now she's in the WWE. And I have memories of us in high school cutting weight, holding the gallon of water, and bringing the scale to school to make sure. Like, do you have crazy experiences with cutting weight? Like, tell me something about like how you feel about cutting weight.
Well, thankfully, I never really had to cut crazy weight. I've always
Good.
kind of wrestled like I'm a shorty, so I mean the lightest weight I'm kind of walking around there. But I was coming off of an injury, and
Oh.
there was this tournament I wasn't like expecting to wrestle at, and the day before um my coach told me that I was gonna wrestle. So, I only had 1 day's notice and I was like 10 over. So, I mean, thankfully it just kind of fell off of me because I was like so hydrated. But yeah, I cut 10 pounds in like 12 hours. So that was pretty crazy, but
You're a beast, but you got to do what you got to do. If not, you can't compete,
yeah.
So you're a beast out there. I'm so proud of you. And I also noticed you're pretty savage. You don't wear wrestling headgear when you wrestle, do you?
I actually do.
Sometimes.
Maybe my hair covers it, but so with folk style wrestling, especially in high school, I mean it's a rule that you have to wear headgear. In freestyle, I won't wear headgear. I mean, I don't really like it too much, but if we have to wear it, I'll wear it.
Okay, but you don't prefer it?
No,
I prefer it because I don't like cauliflower ear.
I don't mind it. And then I also already have cauliflower, so it's not really stopping much. Yeah,
Might have to drain it out with that syringe. It hurts.
yeah.
But you have a very composed style of fighting that I admire. How you strike, you're very composed, and then you save your energy and you strike with force. So do you think that that's how you would explain your style?
I'm definitely an offensive wrestler. And that I'm not too spazzy. Like I do try setting things up, and I'll be patient before something opens up. Um, and like I guess I never realized it, but when I was younger, I didn't really hold my composure in matches. So that's something I did work on. That even if I was down in points, that I would just calm down. That way, my wrestling wouldn't really mess up, and that I would still be able to focus on scoring the next point. Um, but yeah, I think just over time, the with more experience that I've had, I've been able to kind of slow down the matches and slow down my thought process in the matches, and be able to attack after that.
I love that. It's a very good style because that way you save your energy and you're able to think during the match. So I love that. And like you are such a champion. You're a state title. So many things are happening for you. Like you go back to Sunnyside High, is it that you go to?
But at high school.
Do the boys mess with you at all? Nobody messes with you, huh?
Yeah, I mean everybody's pretty friendly here. Yeah, I guess most of my friends are on the wrestling team, so not that I don't interact with others, because obviously I do, but yeah, I mean I'm closest with the wrestlers, so
Yeah, I felt that my best friends when I was in high school were my teammates of
uh-huh.
Taekwondo because you sweat together, you bleed together, you train together, you're stuck
Yeah,
together and you
exactly,
cut weight
exactly.
together. Once you cut weight with someone, I
Yeah.
feel like you're bonded for life. So, okay, I have one more question before we go into that trivia. And then I want to know about your future, Audrey. Like, you've made history at such a young age. What do you see yourself doing? Like, do you see yourself going the Ronda Rousey route, going to the Olympics, and then doing MMA, and then crossing over? Or do you see yourself like my older sister, Lola Vice, going from pro MMA directly to WWE? Like, what's your dream? And there's also other Olympians that are gold medalists, like Gabe Stevenson and Tamira Mensa. They're in the
Yes.
WWE now. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly open to anything. I feel like I'll kind of just go wherever the wind blows. But in wrestling, I mean, I want to wrestle as long as my body is healthy. And if things change in the future, then they will. But I want to be a multiple time world medalist, multiple time world champion, and Olympic champion. So I'm definitely striving for those big goals. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Who knows?
You will, Audrey. Just keep shooting for the stars because the way that you're heading, you're gonna conquer the world. You might be the president at this
Yeah.
point, Audrey. So like I know life is tough. Like my slogan is like rolling with the punches. Life is tough. How do you roll with the punches when life
Um,
gets tough?
I'm big with my faith. I feel like um, the more I'm struggling, the more I'll pray. So yeah, God has done wonderful things in my life, and He's really taken care of me and surrounded me with the best people, the best family, the best friends. So just really trusting Him. Whenever I'm going through times of adversity or difficulties, yeah, I really just have faith in God, and I'll pray a little bit more.
I love that. If you don't mind me asking, what religion are you?
I'm Catholic.
I was raised Catholic as well. I went to Catholic school my whole life. Mucho praying and mass, but I
Yeah.
love that. And so now let's get into trivia. All right.
Okay.
Woo! Answer as fast as possible. It's only like 5 or 6, all right?
Okay.
It's this or that, all right? UFC or WWE?
UFC.
Dirt biking or hiking?
Hiking.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Pink or blue?
Blue.
Gold medal in world championships or the Olympics?
Olympics.
Harry Potter or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Henry Cejudo or Ronda Rousey?
Henry Cejudo.
Why?
Just because he's from I guess my part of town. We're from the same area. He's little like me. Yeah, and he's great. I'd love to go the same route as him. So
For sure. And I learn a lot from him too. He's very knowledgeable.
yes.
All right, two more. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Boxing or kickboxing?
Kickboxing.
Oh, why
Yeah.
kickboxing?
I don't know. I feel like being able to use like your whole body is a lot better, or I mean, especially legs, because I feel like, especially with girls, your legs are a lot more powerful. So
For sure. I did a kickboxing match last year and I loved it. I felt like it wasn't enough violence for me. I wanted to,
yeah,
I
I
loved
can see
it.
that.
But all right, Audrey, we are all done with our interview. Is there anything that you want people to know about you before we sign off?
No, I think that covered some of it. Yeah.
Who is it that you're doing this for?
Definitely my family. They've sacrificed so much for me, and I mean, their constant encouragement and just, I mean, belief in me is really what pushes me forward every single day.
I agree. At the end of the day, all we have is family. You know, they're the ones that are there for us. So I'm so happy that I got to talk to you, Audrey. Thank you again for your time. And I know this is not the last time we'll talk. We'll talk again when you get an Olympic gold medal. And one day when you sign with the WWE, the future is so bright for you. So I'm so proud of you. And you're such a lovely young lady. And last question, where do you see yourself going to college? Is that a decision you thought of?
Yeah, I'm actually going to Lehigh University, so I haven't
Wow.
posted it on social media or anything, but that's where I'm committed.
Wow! Congratulations!
Thank
That's
you.
a big announcement. Wow!
Thank you.
And you told me?
Yeah. So
Thanks, Audrey. All right.
Yeah.
So have a great rest of your day, and God bless you. Keep rolling with the punches, girl.
yes,
Got it.
you as well. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye, Audrey.
Isn't she awesome? I'm so excited for her future. She's gonna be such an amazing contender in the UFC one day, no matter what she decides to do. The opportunities are endless. So, this is my message to you. Keep rolling with the punches, and I'm gonna leave you with one little secret between us if you're watching. I'm moving to Los Angeles, California. Bye.